Our karts aren't great, but we're doing the best we can. Ask any member of staff at TeamSport Sheffield and they'll say something along those lines. As a result, member events tend to get a bit of a change to allow for a longer qualifying session. It gives us a chance to try and find the best of the karts available to us. This event for elite members is Heat Seeker, so a 10-minute qualifying followed by 3 10-minute sprint races. Our qualifying was extended to 20 minutes, which came in handy for me. I leave the pits and discover the kart is pulling rather hard to the right. It's drivable, but it could be better. I go to the pits, but I see Elliot looking around, suggesting he knows there isn't a much better kart available at this time. As the kart is pulling to the side, but felt fine to drive, I ask him to just check the tyre pressures and I'll go and see what I can do.
Yeah, it's as good as it's gonna get. Alright.
The kart is still pulling to one side, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Let's give it a go then. So after a few laps to get used to it and using other drivers as a guide for my pace, I end up setting a 58.445 lap. It's not fast by any means, but I feel like we're all going to be at a similar sort of pace. Still pushing on, and the kart develops an issue with the brakes. They seem to be delayed in activating from when I press the pedal and then seem to stick on again until I press it again to come off. So it's back around to the pits for me once more. I'm swapped into kart 23, which feels about the same on pace, but at least it doesn't pull to one side. I only got a couple of laps and wasn't able to actually improve on my time. So I've qualified in 7th place of the 9 drivers then, and I'll be using kart 23 for the 3 sprint races, so I've got a lot of work to do. Each race is 10 minutes and race 1 is started in our qualifying order. And with a fantastic reaction to the lights, I'm able to keep up with the 6 karts that are ahead of me. By the end of lap 1, I can see that the other karts are quicker in a straight line. It's going to be hard work to keep up, but at least the race is a short one. I'm still in 7th, and that gap ahead is still opening up, but thankfully for me, the 2 karts behind are slower and are not even keeping up with me. I'm here now, all alone. I used the time to get used to the kart, and the next race is a reverse grid of our qualifying positions, so I'll be starting in 3rd place with those 2 slower karts ahead. As the gap ahead continued to grow, I learned more about how the car behaved, and I was able to go faster than I had qualified in the other kart. Ultimately though, I wasn't able to keep up with the pack ahead and had a race of my own, running around in 7th place. Race 2, as I mentioned then, is a reverse of the qualifying order. The lights go green as I get an amazing reaction and try to pass Darcy up the inside of turn 1. It's not good though, and Olivia finds a better exit and gets herself up into 3rd place. Nate takes another look to get past in turn 1, but I'm able to hold him off with my wider line. Olivia ends up on a tighter entry, sending her wide. I get myself to the left of her, meaning I have the inside for the last hairpin, and find myself back in 3rd place, despite another look up my inside from Nate in the final corner. Ben gets picked off at turn 1, it's up into 2nd place for me now. I have a small think about trying the same thing against Darcy, but it's not going to work, so I bail out early. Nate is keeping the pressure on from behind. His car is a fair bit faster than mine. Darcy leaves a gap on the inside and I slot myself in. I try to leave space for the right-hander as I decide it's clear and tighten my turn and get a small tap on the back corner. She takes the inside for the hairpin onto the ramp and leaves me space, so it's a drag race between 2 slow karts. Mine is faster though, and I'm on the inside for the left-handers, so I'm up into 1st place. Now I just need to keep those faster karts behind me. I learned a lot during Hot Pursuit about where to position my kart to keep faster karts behind. It's only a few laps to go, so I'm hoping that I can hold on. Keep your car in the middle of the track, and if someone does get a better exit, make sure they're on your outside for the next turn. Anton gets a better run up the ramp, but he's on my outside. I should keep my position through these two left-handers. I punch the air as I cross the line. I've been able to work my way up to first place and hold off the faster drivers to take the checkered flag. It was a close call with Anton. I'm not sure I could have held him off for another lap or two. So race 3 is a randomly selected grid. Names are pulled out of Ryan's helmet. Yep, that's me. My name was pulled first. Anton is in second. I've got to do it all over again for another 10 minutes. I've aggressively angled myself on the grid. If I can hold him off into turn 1, I'll be happy. The lights stay red for what feels like an eternity. When they eventually change, I have my slowest reaction of the night. More importantly, Anton is behind me coming out of turn 1. And he's behind me coming out of turn 2 as well. I make a mistake in turn 6, now I'm letting the pressure get to me. I've survived a lap though, just 8 more to go. Like with the hot pursuit event in my last video, I'm sorry that there is no rear camera. It's something I'm thinking about, but I don't particularly like 360-degree camera footage as it makes me quite dizzy. We'll see what happens though. For now, you'll just have to imagine me being chased by 6 karts that are faster than me. They're all really close, but, and rather crucially, fighting amongst themselves too. The key, I think, is to make yourself as wide as you can, covering off as much of the track as you can, but not making any mistakes, like that. If they do get alongside or even look to get alongside, make sure you're covering the inside for the next corner. If you can keep stringing all of that together, lap after lap after lap, not letting the pressure get to you, not making mistakes, not hitting those barriers, you're onto something. I am letting the pressure get to me. I'm looking all around to see where Anton, Yanis and Nate are, with Amelia, Olivia and Nathan all not too much further behind. The marshal is waving his hand, not a checkered flag. I thought he was suggesting there was one more lap to go. But those lights started flashing yellow and I was so relieved. This was one of the hardest races I've done in a while. but it proves that even with a bad kart, you can have a good night. With my 7th place and 2 first place finishes, I was genuinely surprised to find I'd finished overall in 2nd place. I thought the 7th place finish would have had me further down the points than that. Anton finished the first race in 1st place, and so with his 2 2nd place finishes behind me, he took the top step of the podium, and Yanis took the 3rd spot with 2 4ths and a 3rd place finish. As always then, thank you so very much for joining me on my go-karting adventures. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you have, please do smash that thumbs up and leave any feedback down below in the comments. If you become a channel member for just £1 a month, you'll get to see these videos a whole 24 hours early and get a discount on my merch too. Even if you don't become a channel member, please do subscribe so that you don't miss out on what's to come. So until next time, cheers.